Alright, good morning guys. Have a little look, see what the market's doing, and do a little weekly review. Not expecting much this week. I would definitely not trade, but mainly because of Christmas. Low volume weeks tend to make unusual moves, but let's go ahead and do a little review and prediction and see if we can see what we get. Alright, so I'll start off with gold. I already drew out the 4-hour fair value gaps. You'll see I'm busy rebuilding the higher time frame trading information. Will be a lot quicker. Anyways, so we've run the daily high here. Here's our daily low from Friday. We've got this little 4-hour fair value gap here. I believe if we look at the weekly level, this is the weekly previous week high here, so I'll just mark that out. Previous week high. Okay, so it's previous week high, so we know that's the liquidity point. This over here will be previous week low. We do have the monthly low, November, previous month's low over here, which kind of makes more sense as a target. We have this 4-hour fair value gap here. So the two scenarios I see, right, is we come up, we've already taken the previous day high, so it would almost make sense for us to push up today on a Monday, push up into this 4-hour fair value gap and possibly the Tuesday highs, and then start working our way back down into these areas here, eventually for taking the previous week low. Now whether we'll get that this week because of low volume, that's a part I'm not sure of, but I think for sure we can get this 4-hour fair value gap. And then if it starts looking bearish after that, then I would assume trace into this and maybe take the previous week low. So yeah, I would pay attention to what happens around this 2640 area, see what happens when we head into that. Alternatively, if we don't, like this, we run the daily high and we come down here, then I would look for longs up into that. But kind of seems like we're just going to head straight in that direction. Okay, let's have a look at NASDAQ. So I did draw some fair value gaps here. We obviously have this big one from Wednesday that we're kind of filling out. We created one to the top side on Friday. This is an old one from the 2nd of December. Don't really see many other gaps below here. We've got some equal lows down here, but that's almost 7% away, so I don't think we'll see any of that get hit. Look at our daily levels. Look at our daily low, which is also the previous week low over here. We've got Friday's high here. Yeah, this is an interesting one because we really only have today, tomorrow, Wednesday's Christmas, Thursday and Friday. Not sure how much the market's going to be open over those couple days, but I would expect something like this today maybe, or if we don't do that, if we come down straight into here before market open, like we don't run this Friday's high, then I would be looking for bullish structure in here to continue filling, or if we come up here, then I would be looking for some bearish structure to come down to these 4-hour fair value gaps. Obviously this is our high, all-time high. Don't really feel like that'll get run this week, but rather be cautious and keep your trade size small. But yeah, I'll be watching to see what happens around about 21,974 over here. how does price react? Do we start forming bearish? And then if we come down here looking for bullish structure, I would take some bearish structure if it was forming now and just aim for this 4-hour fair value gap like on the 5-minute, but we don't really have. Oh, so we have a tiny opening gap here. This is our weekly open here. We do have a small gap here, so I'll probably be looking for something a little bit more solid on the bearish side before I start looking for shorts. But if I was going to short, I'd short probably to like, probably just aim for like that level right there, somewhere there. But let's see what happens. It's still early. The London session hasn't quite started yet. So yeah, shorts from here, longs from here, and then if we get some nice structure here, I'll try a short down to this 4-hour fair value gap. This little gap will probably need to get filled. It's not large, but NASDAQ does like to fill these gaps. Okay, let's have a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we have previous week high, which is also all-time high at 108. Previous week low at 92,000. Let's draw out where's our liquidity points. So that's been filled out. Doesn't look like we've got a little bit of open gap there. I don't really see anything else. Let's see to the downside. Below here, I don't see any gaps really until we get like here. So that's interesting. That's around 85,000 to 83,000. So I think this weekly low will be key. You know, with the kind of this idea of a Santa rally, I didn't really expect it to come down here. I would say if we take these weekly lows, then yeah, I mean 85,000 seems kind of quite possible, quite likely. But I would probably wait and just let a bit more structure form before we start making decisions on Bitcoin, because it is mostly pretty filled through. So I'll be watching maybe for something like, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't even want to make a call on this one. Let's see what it does today. Let it build out some structure, and then we'll see what it wants to do. US30, it just looks interesting. So we also have similar structure here, far below. We probably will want to fill out this, so I could imagine maybe a push down here and a push down to the top. We'll respect this fair value gap. If we don't respect this fair value gap, then well, you know, take the lows, and these lows here would probably be the ones that are being targeted. So that's what I'll be watching for. But let's see what today does. I'm probably not going to take any serious trades today. I might pay attention to NASDAQ, just specifically on this weekly opening gap. Maybe try to catch a short down here. Just depending on how we react once London opens. But we might want to fill this out pretty quickly. So yeah, I'll post in the Discord if I decide to try to take the short on this. I really just want to see kind of how London reacts. Like if we push, let's get rid of this. If we push down here and then come up, I'll take a short and try at least aim for that gap. But we are up 0.71% so far. So yeah, I think definitely time to be cautious. Alright guys, I'll catch you in the Discord.